This is Kellan Abernathy here with the world today to share my information on earthly matters. Right now I want to discuss slavery in America and how it benefited mankind as a species through recent evolution. I will start with before slavery. Before smart, rich, civilized humans documented enough logic to learn how to capture and enslave another human being in order to tame it, to later free it and have it benefit us further. Because if only you knew how it was before slavery. Now, not slavery in general. I know there was always some form of slavery since the dawn of man. I mean before slavery in America. Before Wi-Fi, ladies and gentlemen. Kids, if you're listening. I'm getting down to the dirty works of mankind. Now, I'm not favoring any race here, right now. Okay, just establish that. I am only referring to one, even two or more for that matter. So without further moratorium, I'll get to my beliefs and own up to my words with proof and factual guarantees as to not keep you in suspense. This beastly race, before slavery, would penetrate our lands, our communities, and steal, rape, kill our innocent brothers and sisters. They would rape me and mine, kill the weak. And who were the weak? The intelligent. So the intelligent species calculated this astonishing equation for future matters, to gradually undertake progress over many lifetimes. But see, it was to benefit our future. Our today. I will discuss how even freeing the slaves was a tactic in order to tame this powerful race, this overpowering race, this very dominating race. Scholars and scientists and calculators of that era concluded that this type of beastly race would take over the world, and it would be hell on earth, ladies and gentlemen, unless this race was tamed. Somehow, some way, our intelligence was challenged with how the question, how could we defeat a race so much more powerful, physically skillful, with men hung like donkeys? Because yes, people, listen up, listeners, our women would take their sides after seeing how big their egos are. So from years of studying and learning from Egyptian hieroglyphics and Greek mythology, which is two separate videos in itself, the solution was enslavement, which would tame the beasts, or better said, 'tis what tamed these beasts. And later we freed them to have an outburst of pride. Yes, when freed after years of oppression, an outburst of pride was well expected. Pride, vainglory, but mainly appreciation. See, oppression was intended to make this outburst of pride after they were freed. Instead of them taking over with the power they were born with, they felt welcome after they were freed. Yet they have quite the grudge now, which only leads to some violence, but it's not world-conquering violence by one race, like, say, the Nazi movement of the 1930s. So look at it this way, brothers and sisters. By enslaving them, it tamed them. By gradually making icons out of them, we've tamed them and continue to tame them. I Had a Dream was scripted by scholars that knew very well what it would create, how it would tame an entire race. They wanted him to speak, riled him up with pride by telling him he will be forever remembered, which wasn't a lie, and that he'd be the face of change. It was well thought out stuff. Then they assassinate him, without him knowing that that was part of the bargain. So now we have many races amongst us, the way most of us wanted it to be, to begin with, but in peace. Well, mostly peace. Otherwise, without taming them through slavery and oppression, then releasing them to appreciate what we have without stealing it or raping it. Now I know that still occurs, but this way it's not world domination. Yes, otherwise that race would have dominated the world, and that would have been crazier and scarier than Hitler and little white dudes in pointy hats. It would have been dominated by hugely hung black men, stealing wives and pimping daughters. I'm talking African tribes would be the way of the world. if that intelligent equation hadn't have tamed these beasts. Aztecs did it with Mexicans. Spain did it with Aztecs. Egyptians did it with local Africans. They had them building temples as we had our slaves build the White House, and so on. 'Tis evolution, and intelligence rules. Germans tried it with the Jew people, but they failed to prevail. And humans learn from failure. So now we give our slaves a paycheck, enough to get by in life, but never enough time to realize they are enslaved. A process that maintains order, maintains power, control over these beastly meatheads. Keep them in check, if you will. And if they do happen to get rich and successful by some twisted form of luck, or more than likely thievery, common thieves, these people, if they do get filthy rich, we pamper them. Let them go bankrupt from buying overpriced clothing, name brands, jewelry. They are walking, strutting billboards, swag, advertising to other niggardly dopes that only make us money. Like trained monkeys, they spend their money to look like a famous fool. Monkey see, monkey do. We go through processes in order to get to a better outcome. Now you may think all this is racist, but I am a black man. You may not believe me because you're stereotyping my voice, but I am a black male Asian. But my mother is a white woman from Queens. I live in New York. I won't state which division I am in, just to stay safe from you maniacs. But I just want to inform the universe with what I have to say about things. Subscribe to my channel and please like or dislike this video. Share it with your professors. Teach them something new. See my other videos where I explain how the world is actually a cube, not a sphere. Thank you. Okay, I'm not a black man, and I don't know any Asians, but my mother is a white woman from Queens, and she is my queen. And not in a transsexual way, don't misunderstand. She's just the mother of my life. And if it weren't for her, I would not have this opportunity and this privilege to have Wi-Fi. My internet connection is why she is my queen of my life. She's the purpose, my purpose, for me to propose to you my information, to share with you all of my mental facts. And I credit no other resources. Everything I factually discuss is based on true and pure mental facts. My mental facts. Thanks again to all my listeners, and always make note, filter your water, not your mind.